everybody, this is Magnum Pi. I'm here with Teku, Golgotha, Vahilo, and Dark Templar, and we are Initiative 0. This is Rifts, the Devouring Swarm, our actual play Rifts adventure. We play Palladium rules. We're reliving some of the old school original adventures of this role-playing game. Rifts was it vied for the number 2 position back in the mid-90s among role-playing games. White Wolf was the one that it was contending against. White Wolf Publishing Vampire the Masquerade, and that was the one it was contending against. Of course, TSR's Dungeons & Dragons still held the top spot, as it long has in the role-playing world, but this game was at one point one of the most popular games in the role-playing world, and it's kind of cool just to relive the nostalgia. How we doing there, guys? Teku, Golgi, Vahilo, DT?
Doing great. We should give a weather report. What's our weather report for the last few days?
I think we missed the weather report last time.
I think we did, yeah. So yesterday it rained for the entire time, from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to bed and beyond. So that was nice. We needed it.
Cool.
Always need that rain.
Yeah, I mean, up until today, it's been incredibly hot out this way. That was fun. I mean, otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And that's the weather.
Yep.
All right.
Awkward silence. Then
that's right. Cool. All right. So when we last left, Gotrek, you had finished repairing what you could on your robot. Unfortunately, you have not yet been able to get rid of the penalties from the damage to that leg, but it's certainly not falling off. Senate, you decided to stay back with him. Portland and Sir Luc, you two head southwest to see what you can find of the evidence of what this man has said. And you make your way along. It's a bit of a hike. You guys are making your way down a long dirt road. It goes over hill and follows the path of least resistance for the most part, only going over hills when it has to, so down into little river valleys and following creeks and the like as you make your way along. Definitely not a highway by any stretch of the imagination, and yet what you find once in a while are the remnants of the fact that this is not a new road. This is a road that has long been used, and some areas where there may have been flooding due to heavy spring rain, and the creek have washed away parts where you see that there's actually components of asphalt and stone and concrete that the dirt has over the centuries has piled atop. And so this is a rather old road that you walk down. And as you move along, you come across a group of people who are they seem to have a lot of wares piled onto the back of a donkey or a mule. It's hard for you to tell. Neither of you are real animal husbandry type people, but it's a small family, children and 2 parents leading the mule on the approach toward you. So they're going to the northeast, and you are headed southwest.
So they're heading to Fenton as well, or in that direction?
In that general direction, yeah, in the direction you came from.
Okay. So we'll stop and say hello. Where are you coming from, if you don't mind me asking?
Right, and they kind of look a little warily at you. The man kind of steps between you and his family, and he says that the Devourer has come. The villages were destroyed. And he looks and he lowers his voice. When he looks behind at the children and lowers his voice. We haven't told them that we're never going back.
Yeah. Which What village, if you don't mind? Can I ask what village? We heard about, and I tell them about the other, like the town and the other village that we know were destroyed, or at least suspect were destroyed. At least the town.
Our village is north of the road. You follow the creek back. It's called Sunnybrook, or it was called Sunnybrook.
Okay, so Sunnybrook, is that south of the town that the man came from?
Not based on this man's directions. You haven't made it quite to the town, and he says that it's to the north of this road. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Are you heading to Fenton?
Wherever we can find shelter.
I would recommend going to Fenton. It's probably the safest place for you right now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Do you have any food? We haven't.
Yeah, I do actually. I'll give them, basically what I have.
Okay. So you give him your rations.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll give them whatever rations they have. So let's see, where are my rations here? Yeah, here you go. Oh, that's where it is here. Equipment. Nice. Energy bow. Uh, oh, doesn't say I have rations, but I know I had rations.
Yeah, you would have bought some for this. So you just give him what you would
Yeah.
have bought then.
Yeah, I give them what I've got. Do you need any medical aid? Like, I've got a first aid kit. You could use that as well.
None of us are injured. We knew that the Devourer would come. So we had our things packed and ready to vacate. We stayed into the dells and below the trees. They didn't see us, but we could smell the smoke.
Did any others have the foresight that you did?
I don't know. Our farmstead was a little ways away from everybody else.
Is Senate within earshot of this?
Senate's back with the robot.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say probably not then.
The answer is no.
Yeah, the answer is no. Right. Well, Fenton is blah 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 away. Again, let them know that Sir Luc and Portland sent you in that direction. That you'll find safety there.
Thank you. Are you Sir Luke?
Yes, and this is Portland.
And he looks at Portland, then looks back to you, Cyber Knight.
Yeah.
I've met one long ago. He was a good man.
Well, I try to be. I don't know how successful I am.
Well, thank you. And he holds the rations toward you and nods his head to you, and moves back toward his family, and hands his wife the food, and she packs it in, and then he begins to lead the donkey along.
Okay, so let's continue.
All right, Portland, anything? Hello, Portland.
Yep.
Anything from
Sorry.
you here?
No.
Okay. All right. Okay, cool. You continue to move along, and both of you will need to give me perception checks
Oh, perception
After-
checks.
after a little ways here. Okay. Portland, you notice them. Sir Luke, you don't. Your eyes are on the ground. But Portland, you are kind of scanning the area, looking for signs of probably magical activity, which would indicate a ley line or anything like that. And what you notice, however, is that there's something catches the glint of the sun as you walk. There are four shiny things high in the sky and you hear, you picked up just a low kind of rumbling sound.
Okay. I will relay this information and perhaps even suggest that we take a little bit of cover because we don't want to be spotted.
Okay,
We don't want to be spotted.
cool. You point them out to
Sure.
Sir Luke. Yeah, you see them as well now.
Sure, I'll do the same thing, and I'm going to turn on my armor.
Okay, you activate your armor, take off the PPE.
Yeah, I'll activate my armor as well.
Okay, casting Armor of Ithan. As you guys take the time to do that, you see that these things fast approach. They are very fast.
Does it look like they spotted us? Can I tell if they spotted us?
You wouldn't really know how to tell if they spotted you.
Wait, are they making a beeline towards us?
Well, they're moving in your direction. They I'm gonna just give a quick image here for you so you can see. There we go. So they look a little something like that. There's 4 of them. They move toward you very quickly. You can hear only a slight sort of rumble. It doesn't sound like they have a loud engine or anything like that, but the rumble of kind of air moving past them. You'd estimate them to be rather small aircraft. They're not very, very large at all, and they move very quickly. So if you guys are taking cover, you better do something pretty fast here.
Okay.
All right.
So we'd be looking at prowl checks. We'd be looking at ways of using invisibility or anything like that.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, you go invisible.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go invisible here. Just to.
Oh, prowl. That's always a crapshoot for me. I don't think I've made a prowl check yet.
And you're still wearing your armor, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
So your armor gives you a penalty here.
Of course it does. Of
Even
course
better.
it does.
Yeah.
And it's just you and me right now.
5%.
Yeah.
5% movement penalty is what you have.
All right, so I'm quite literally at 50%.
50-50. All right. Let's see if Sir Luke is
50-50.
able to hide.
I've never done it yet, so let's see. And
You got
I
it.
don't
No,
this time.
You don't got it. Sorry, I thought I was 26 for a second there. and I
Yeah, no.
But no, you failed that badly.
Man.
Womp womp.
All right. There's the sound effect. And Portland, you cast invisibility or...
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you vanish. Sir Luke, you look for cover. Are you still looking for cover? Or are you still out in the middle of the roadway there, Portland?
No, I'm looking for cover.
And Portland? Portland, you looking for cover or...
He's so invisible he can't even talk.
Sorry, I have myself.
He's really going into that prowl.
Yeah.
Of not
Yeah,
wanting
really
to be,
getting into
spotted.
character. Getting into character.
Okay, anyways. I was talking into a muted mic. My apologies.
So are you staying in the road or are you looking for cover as well?
I'm hoping they don't see me, but they look like they're kind of robotic. So I will follow and just get off the road in case they have like some infrared that they can see me with, regardless whether I'm invisible.
Okay, so off the road is a rather deep ditch. You can get into the water in that ditch amongst the cattails and the like. You only create a slight ripple there, Portland, as you invisibly move into the water. Sir Luke, you kind of sink down as deep as you can. And these things move very fast as they come upon you, swooping over. They're not very high in the sky as they swoop down over the road. Their wingspan is about only 16 feet. Their length is only about 10 feet. So they're not very big at all, but they are fast and they swoop by quickly. You can see that underneath them, with a glimpse, is a sort of turret on an arm, almost a sort of articulated arm as well. They sport two sort of weapons spelling out the front there. You have never seen anything like these before, and they fly past you at an incredible speed, heading south. They come from the north and they head south across the road and quickly end up moving toward the southern horizon.
I'm gonna whisper to Sir Luke here and say, do those look like am I blanking right now? Do those look like coalition like planes to you?
They look like nothing I've ever seen before.
Now, when I looked at them, when I saw them, did they look biological?
They seem to have a sort of, they're definitely mechanical constructs, but they're fashioned. You take a look at the ribbing that's along the back end, and
Yeah.
right, they look
Almost wasp-like.
almost insect-like, or wasp-like, right? They have that sort of. They seem to be modeled after living things, but they certainly look mechanical.
Okay.
I hope that family we saw were able to take cover. I assume
I'm sure they're fine.
the family that we saw was some time ago, right?
Yes, it was a little while ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
That said, a little while ago by foot would be practically nothing to these things. How fast they move.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, let's keep on going, I guess.
All right.
Yeah. Although I think that's probably good evidence, but I don't know. Is there any way to take like a picture?
Do you have any equipment that can take a picture?
Yeah.
I do not. Do you?
Why? No.
No. So I guess we have to go to one of the villages and take something physical and tangible.
Yeah, like a foot, something like that.
Well, I wasn't going to go there, but yeah.
Okay. But something like that, like,
Well, let's be careful though, because obviously we're kind of entering into the territory where these things are active, much more active.
No, right.
I agree.
Okay, so you you make your way along again on a road. We're walking at a fairly brisk pace. You should be able to make probably about 20 miles, 20 to 25 miles in a day, and the roadway brings you. The path sort of deviates, like the road branches and goes a few different directions. Who has tracking of some sort?
I have tracking.
Okay. Give it a toss.
Let's see here. So I've also got land navigation. That helps at all. Where's my tracking? Here we go. Man, I hate failing. I'm going to keep failing in this. I know I'm not going to get this. Yep, no, failed.
Okay.
Yeah, there's that positive talk we're talking about.
That's right. So you can give me a land nav check. I think, Portland, you also have navigation.
Maybe navigation will work.
Don't worry, I got this. You just don't.
I'm going to roll anyways just because I need to...
No, don't wait.
Look at that.
What did I say?
So you guys can...
Just listen. Just fucking listen. Don't waste the roll. What does he do? I gotta roll. Like, just see the success, right? Like, why do we play this game here? Oh my gosh, this is gonna come back, and you'll be like, I'm gonna roll an 89 instead. Like, when we really fucking need it, because you'll be like, oh wow, that's what their heads are gone.
Tempting the fates.
That's a hell of a rant. I'm impressed. That's well done.
All right.
Did you not hear my rant when you couldn't get your armor on?
What? What do you mean couldn't get my armor on?
Yeah, never mind. Well,
All right. And so you concur, surprisingly,
Yes,
that
I agree.
that the path that you should take veers off the road and leads more due west from the road. And there seems to be some foot traffic there, but you can't tell how old it is by your roll there, Sir Luke. But you agree that would probably be the way to continue further southwest along this road would bring you into the ruins of some pre-rift city. And that's definitely not farmland. So you head off, kind of due west from this northeast southwest road, and you make your way into the more wildernessy setting than formerly urban setting. And after some time, close to the end of the day, as the sun sets, you come across the charred and destroyed remains, plenty of blasted holes in the earth of a small village.
All right. Well, we're here to collect information and evidence, so
Great. Let's collect some evidence.
let's do it carefully, though, and keep an eye out for more of those things
All
or
right.
other things.
Sure. What sort of things would you like to do here to collect evidence in this village?
Well, I know I obviously always bring my CSI bags. So that's, and some rubber gloves to make sure I don't get any infections or if I haven't touched any semen. That's really important.
You think semen's going to be a big issue right now?
Listen, you know what? It could be insect semen. I don't know, dude. Like, it could be anything. I don't know. You know what I'm looking for? We haven't even seen these things yet. I don't even know.
Well, we have seen 4 of them, but, you know.
We saw 4 things. We don't know what the fuck we saw, though. They were too fast. Let's be honest here. Like, I'm not like this. I don't have those elf eyes.
I'm going to collect pieces of the village, like any pieces that are clearly, that it look like they've been clearly destroyed in a way that wouldn't not natural, like not like a fire, not like with laser, with something along those lines, right? So something that is clearly kind of almost otherworldly in terms of how they were destroyed.
So you're looking for like debris is what you're looking for.
Yeah, well, I mean, within the debris, if there's anything that stands out.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. So you definitely see that that energy weapons were definitely used to create a lot of this disaster here. However, because the cratered holes in the ground and a lot of the area in this place are completely and utterly destroyed without remnant, then what you conclude is that in addition to lasers, you find some trees where they must have, that have been sliced clean, right? You can see the evidence of a laser slice. That they were also using plasma, given the fact that you find the liquefied remains of certain organic materials, possibly the liquefied remains of people, right? And the like. That's kind of how plasma works. It's so hot that it doesn't even allow things to combust. It literally will melt things before they can combust. But also particle beams, which basically they atomize things. For example, the craters in the ground are not explosive craters. They are where a particle beam hit and left basically a hole into the ground that just is now absent of material, and part of them have collapsed in as the ground was not able to support the vacant, the vacancy there. But others are a clear hole that's just now in the ground because there's no more ground. So so that's kind of, you can break off a bit of tree or something like that to demonstrate that it's definitely laser there, but it's kind of hard to find evidence of particle beams beyond your accounting of them.
Would it be possible to take some of the goo, the organic goo?
You could, but not knowing what it is, you may not want to touch it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hence the CSI gloves.
Well, you may not want to bring it with you either, but yeah.
So I'm going to look for anything that doesn't seem like of this world. If I find any, like, I don't know, scales, perhaps, or a piece of material that they may have dropped as they were attacking this particular town. It could be a weapon. It may not be a weapon, right? It could be just like a piece of armor, a piece of something that fell off of a particular individual or being that is in this area. Because obviously they're flying around or they were, moving around. Maybe someone dropped something or someone did something or tripped or whatever.
Do you have any skills that have to do with kind of surveying or scavenging or anything like that?
Survival.
Do you have any tracking or anything like that?
Meditation. Recognize magic. No, not really. Archaeology,
Yeah.
anthropology.
I would let you use an archaeology roll to try to deduce and surmise things, just from what's kind of the remains of this place.
Sure. Definitely.
There you go.
Got it.
So
Please don't roll for me. Please don't roll for me. The other guy, Sir Luke, don't roll. Don't roll.
I don't have archaeology, so no. I
Good.
got anthropology.
Don't roll it. Just don't roll anything.
Okay.
Gotta
Relax.
save your
It's all
success
good.
for later.
Relax. It's all good. It's all good, baby. It's all good.
yeah, so what you can surmise from kind of so this was probably a farming village, very small. Maybe 50 people, maybe 100. It's hard to say. Everything has been completely decimated. There is just it fits the man's description that not even a twig was left of any of the buildings, and yeah, you are able to see that the only remains that are left are really the footprints of whatever was here. You find footprints of people. You also find the footprints of whatever these were, deep and heavy into the dirt, right? So somebody with tracking can analyze to try to determine how many there were, whether they were different kinds of tracks.
Okay, I'll roll for tracking.
Okay.
Where did I put my tracking? Here you go.
All right.
Damn it.
So what
It was a 1 for a second, and then it rolled onto the 60.
It's hard life. So what you are able to deduce is that that there were probably more than a dozen ground forces, and quite a number of different types of forces. You can't determine how many different types there were, but the ground forces were not super numerous, but definitely more than a dozen or so. There's lots of footprints around.
What do the footprints look like?
Again,
What are these footprints? Oh, sorry.
they're heavy. They look like booted footprints, but they're whatever made them is heavy because they sink deep. Like you can find the people footprints, and then you find these footprints, and they are, they sink deep into the ground.
Quick question for Sir Luke here. Can any of our homies back home, if they touch something, do they get memories of it? Can they do any of that shit?
Yeah, Senna can.
So why don't we cut one out and then bring it with us?
Like cut an impression of the foot.
Yeah, cut around the impression of the foot and take it with us.
I mean, will it hold up?
Well,
I mean,
keep it up.
yeah, I think we could do that. I mean, we could also, if there's anything else. I mean,
I agree, but that's all we found so far.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Out in the open here, and they come back and.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with you.
Yeah.
So if you want to dig that out, and find a way to keep it preserved, I'll see if there's anything else we could find that could work too. But that works. That's a good idea.
And this is just the village, right?
Yeah.
This isn't even the town that the man said was burning.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can wait for that too. It's up to you. I don't. Let's cut this out just so we have it, and then I'll carry it or whatever, and then we'll see what we do when we get there. And we still need it. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, do we need to go to the town? I mean, we've got
Yes,
this.
I still think we need to go to the town. There could be
All
people to save. Don't you want to save people? Maybe
Of
one
course.
person alive.
Of course, if there's somebody you could save, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll do that.
Okay. Let's do it.
All right, so from the man's story, the town was to the south of this village. And due south is a number of farms with some copses of trees, and there are a few hills. So it's a bit of a hike, but the sun is setting. It's running to be dark now. Do you want to continue in the dark, or do you want to wait till morning?
I think we should probably wait till morning.
We can. I can see in the dark. I have an orb that I can make very, very bright if you want to keep on traveling. You're tired.
Well, I mean, we need to get some sleep too, right? So
Yeah,
we
you've
should
been
probably
walking all day, right?
Okay, sounds good. Okay, let's do that then. Let's go to sleep.
We'll find a place that is out of the way, and I don't think we're gonna have fire.
Why did he roll?
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah.
All right, so no fire. You find a place that's a bit out of the way. Like I said, you could go into the trees.
Yeah.
Basically, wherever they've farmed, they've cleared, right? So where they haven't cleared, it's forest. So
Right. Yeah.
you can go into the trees. Anybody keeping watch, or are you both just going to kind of hunker down and hope for the best?
I'll take the first watch.
Okay, cool. So then you guys will recover about 4 hours worth of rest for PPE.
10 per hour, so that would be 40. So I'll get on my back.
Okay. And
7
Portland.
points per hour.
Cool. So you get 28 back. You do maintain a degree of awareness while you meditate, so you could meditate while you're on watch. I would just need you to give me the roll.
Me?
Yeah.
Sorry, me?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
D20?
There's a skill.
Oh,
So meditation at the bottom of your OCC skill
I
list.
see. Yeah, I see.
Good job.
Oh, a 9.
Yep.
I thought it was going to be a 69 there.
So you get your rate for meditation,
Sweet.
whatever that rate happens to be,
Oh, shoot.
for another 4 hours.
If I get another 4 hours, I'll be maxed out anyways.
Okay, good. Cool. So, yeah, there don't seem to be any real disturbances in the night. It sounds like even the animals were not around very much.
And we go the next day?
Yeah, you continue south to the town. This place was bigger than the village, for sure, and you can see that it has a separate path leading out of town that connects it to the road. So there's a path that leads out of this town, or a road leads out of this town, heading west, that would bring it to intersect that road that you had been traveling down from Finton. And yeah, here there's a little bit more left over. The destruction was not as complete, but there is not a soul to be found here at all.
Okay. Well, let's go searching.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do a quick search and see if there's anything here that will be proof.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe
Sure.
Maybe they fought back here.
What's that?
Maybe they fought back and took someone down.
Maybe. It doesn't seem like these are people who would be able to do that, but if they did, good on
Let's
them.
be optimistic here. Maybe they had their own cyber knight who just happened to be walking around.
Okay, so what you find is that the definitely evidence of plasma attack again. They must have used plasma fire on the houses. They've burnt and the stone foundations are melted, but there is still remnants of the charred remains of some of the houses with their stone foundations melted, kind of like they came into contact with lava. Yeah, again, evidence of laser weapons and particle beams being used as well. So again, if you want to try that tracking check, you can. That would help you kind of determine, again, numbers and type.
Damn. Oh, hey, look at that.
Wow. I think we
I
should
actually got a tracking roll finally.
note the date and time. All right. You amaze yourself as you are. Wait, I can do that. I figured it out. So you stand there.
You
Yeah.
keep it down.
So essentially, you surmise that the attackers are traveling in actually relatively small numbers. What you thought was more before was actually just a number of different tracks overlapping. What you figure out here is that, not counting any possible airborne assailants, there may be between 8 and 12 attackers, which is actually a rather small number to destroy a whole town and then a village. So, they are, and to destroy it so completely, right? There's not a lot left over in the town, but there's more than that village. The tracks also show that there are at least 3 different types of possibly cyborg or robot assailants here that were used in these assaults. You can't tell if there were other things that were used here, but certainly nothing is treaded. It doesn't look like they're using any vehicles like that.
Okay, I'll recount that all to Portland.
Okay,
Sounds good.
cool. All right,
Okay,
and that takes
so let's
you
grab our
probably.
evidence and anything personal too. Like, I mean, if there's like a little teddy bear that maybe some child was running away before they got, smoked,
Yeah,
that'd be useful.
like I said, there's not a lot left here. You don't really find the remnants of much. There's some charred skeletal remains, a la kind of Star Wars, right? Aunt Beru, and that sort of thing. There are a few little trinkets. There's like there's the hub of a wagon wheel and things like that. Those sorts of things are there. So there are a few more things left behind here.
I'll bring some of those trinkets because maybe Portland will be able to use them to see what
I'm
happened.
Portland.
Or not Portland, sorry, yeah, Senate.
Yeah,
Okay.
possibly.
Sounds good. Let's bag it and tag it.
Yeah, okay. And you guys do that. You take a couple hours here in the town, and then you make your way back. And
Are we putting these things like in a sack?
I don't know.
I-
What are you putting
I
them
assume
in?
so.
What do you have?
Do we have a bag to put them in? Like, I was curious. Like carrying these things around might.
Well, unless you have something to put them in, you're just carrying them. So
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right here. I'm trying to
What do I have? I mean,
see whether I have anything.
I think I have I probably have a backpack or something.
I got a knapsack, one large knapsack.
So I guess we're putting in
I
the
do
nap.
have a backpack too and a knapsack.
Yeah.
That's-
I'm gonna put mine in my backpack, a knapsack.
I will put.
But I'll put mine in the knapsack rather than the backpack.
okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Oh wait! I got saddlebags.
But they're on your horse that you sold.
Oh yeah, that's true. Damn it.
Too soon.
Oh man, this old blue stick.
Oh yeah. Give me perception checks again, guys.
Perception.
Uh-huh.
Here we go. Wasted all my turns already. He's like,
Right. Let me have my character
hey,
here.
I'm really good at this whole like low rolling thing.
Right. Perception.
And my archaeology check was good too.
there we
Wow. Yeah. So Luke, you see that that Portland is busy looking for trinkets and deciding what to put them in, and you notice again on the horizon 4 of these. Again, you hear that low rumble first, Luke, and it almost makes the hair go up on the back of your neck.
Let's go take cover, man.
You think we can take them?
No. Not alone.
All right, it's only 4 of them, man.
Yeah. So
I can net one down. Just
I don't currently have my armor on, so I don't have the penalty. As soon as I take cover, I'm going to put that armor on. Though.
No, you're wearing armor.
Oh,
You
wearing.
don't-
Sorry, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I'm wearing.
so
the
that penalty
60.
is in effect as long as you're wearing the
That's true.
juicer
That's true.
armor.
Okay, so 50-50 chance.
Damn.
Nope.
So is he immediately spotted? I'm just curious.
You don't know. Are you? What are you doing to prevent yourself from being spotted?
I am going to go invisi again.
Okay, so you cast invisibility.
And
Again,
I'm taking cover in the trees or wherever I can.
yeah, there is basically a kind of a solitary wall with a bit of a supporting structure 90 degrees to it that you could kind of huddle up against, and it's kind of on their approach. The wall would be between you and their approach vector, so you could use it as cover.
Yep.
Okay, so you try to make yourself as small as possible, hunkering down there, and
A giant. Just throwing it out there.
Because it's not easy. I get that. Yeah.
No shit.
all right.
What the
And
fuck's that mean? Is that your perception check? God damn.
they swoop overhead, very low, rumbling the remnants of that wall, Sir Luke, and it seems that the wall is about to fall over onto you. Give me a dodge check.
Oh my god. This is gonna be awesome! I'm so excited. It's gonna be like old time, just me and you killing shit.
All right. Dodge. Combat. No.
My god, there's only these things.
Oh, good. So you throw yourself out of the way as the wall crumbles. And the four rather, you see them, they're very fast against, they move far away quickly. You see them turn around and start coming back. You have an opportunity to make another prowl check.
Ah. All right. Well, I'm going to try. I don't think I'm going to be very successful, but let's. Why
Can
not?
you be a little more fucking positive? Like, seriously.
I'm just saying, man. Okay, so prowl.
As he's doing that, can I turn my armor of Ithon on? Just curious.
Yep, you can cast Armor of
Okay.
Ithon.
Sounds good. Cause I feel like he is gonna make this.
All right, so Luke, you quickly find you push yourself into the rubble as best you can. There's enough of a crevice that you squeeze yourself in there, as these things fly very low, like 12 feet off the ground, right? Like they come in low. Portland, are you doing anything to hide yourself other than near invisibility? Are you behind something, under something?
I am currently not behind anything
Okay.
because I was more worried. Like I kind of poked my head out when I heard the falling of the wall because I think I would have been like, "Oh, is he in danger?" Like, that could be a problem, right? So I am not right now behind anything. No.
All right. And
I think that's what my character would do
no, that's cool.
if I heard that. Yeah.
And yeah, they will give a blast at you, Portland.
So they can see invisibility.
Apparently they can see you, yeah.
Do we gotta dodge or anything?
You could. You would be you'd get no bonus to your roll. And given the speed at which they're moving and the like, you probably would be at this is more, I'd say you're at least at a -6. So it'd be a 20d20 -6 to dodge.
Well, is it probably better than getting hit?
Probably, yeah. Cool. There's a 13. All right. So you dive, but unfortunately the rapid fire lasers on the front here blast from 2 of them. So there's 1 there, the other one rolls, and they will both hit. And you've got your Armor of Ithon on, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 18 and 18 for those 2 hits is 36 points of damage. Mega damage to you. All right. Just killing that keyboard, man. All right. That's the first 2 that fly by. The second 2 fly by, and the arms of the cannons underneath they swivel down and point back at you, and yeah. There's a 16. You can roll a dodge that guy.
Well, there's a roll of dodge for each and every one of these ones.
Yeah, you shouldn't have any bonuses, right? So it.
My dodge is a +8 to it.
Right, but you should have. Sorry, it's +8 for what?
For my dodge.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have any bonuses from from dodging a laser blast or an energy blast. It's just a raw d20 roll -6.
Oh, so you want me to redo the first one then?
No, you didn't. You didn't
Okay.
succeed anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Alright, d20.
All right, so that's
10.
10. Okay. All right, and this one does 20 mega damage to you, which uses up the remainder of that Armor of Ithon that you have on. Cool. All right, as they and of course it also seems to irradiate the ground around you, creating a hole which you fall over and into there.
Cool.
All right. And they carry on into the distance there.
So they assume that they killed him.
You
think?
don't know. It wouldn't take them long, even if once they're out of visual range of you, to turn around and come back. You don't really know what they think.
Okay, I'm gonna wait till they're gone. Like I don't see them anymore. I'm gonna go out and see how Portland's doing.
Okay. So you wait a good while. As you wait,
Well, I turn. Well, not too well. Enough to be able to see that they're gone and they're kind of maybe paying attention to something else.
Okay.
So I'm gonna turn on my armor as well, just because.
okay, you activate your
was-
armor. Portland, are you doing anything?
I am trying to be as quiet as possible because obviously I fell, and then probably making like a
Okay.
sound as I fell.
Okay. Do you want to cast another Armor of Ithon spell, or?
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah,
Yeah.
Die.
Yeah, cool. So you re-armor yourself as well, and
Kind of nice to have renewable. That's for sure.
all right, there you are. Your plan then? What's your plan, guys?
Well, we need to get back, but I don't think we better take this route. I mean, it seems to be going up and down this as a path and just monitoring it. So let's stick to the tree line and head back that way.
Sure, and being invisible means nothing, just so you know.
Well, that's good to know. It sucks, but it's also good to know that they could see that.
Agreed.
Gives us a bit of an edge in terms of what we know they can do,
True, that's true.
besides moving fucking fast as hell.
Very fast. Yeah, they're very fast.
All right, and so you guys will take the long road back, and it will take you probably an extra day. On the way, you do run into other refugees. You hear that other towns and villages are being attacked, and you come back to your friends who are working on the robot there. Gotrek, Senate, Portland, and Sir Luke return to you with the tale of what happened.
So yeah, we'll describe the. They're kind of like drones, but almost like insect-like, and they're fast. Nothing I've seen before.
And they hurt.
Yeah,
And they can see invisible stuff.
and they have lasers and plasma.
So are they like robotic?
Yeah, I think so, but I don't. It's hard to. They're almost. They look organic, but they also are pretty clearly mechanical. We brought some things back that maybe you can use to see what happened.
Oh, yeah. That's actually really
Let's study
helpful.
that.
So I pull out some of the trinkets.
Okay.
I'll let's try the various phases of object read.
All right. What's the first thing you want to do with object read?
Well, present is probably not. Let's start with impressions.
All right.
Okay, so that's 6 ISP. Okay. Are
All
there
right.
any modifiers?
No, there won't be any modifiers to this
Okay.
roll. All right, you are successful on getting an impression. All right, so you get no reading of an alignment off of the last owner of this object. It's probably the impression isn't really there. Probably, generally good if it's a person. But what did you grab again? You grabbed the hubcap of a wheel. There was another thing.
Whatever the trinkets were, like necklaces or whatever, like jewelry. I don't know what it would be, but something.
Yeah, there weren't a lot of little personal things like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, whatever it
yeah.
would have been.
Yeah, you do find some remnants. So, yeah, the object's general purpose, things like that. So, fear is the general emotional state associated on the object. You can give me a roll for images. Yeah. All right. You can't make out any real sense of imagery from this. Yeah, just an overriding sense of fear comes from it.
Mm-hmm. Because we're here, I'll shoot for present, but I have an idea as to where they're at already.
Costs an additional 4 ISP to do
Yep.
to determine that. Yeah. All right. And yeah, the general location is kind of the ground. You get an image of a crater or a small hole blasted in the ground. There is no current state of mind. Yeah, not even an image of an appearance of anything. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'll just relay that. I mean, this seems to support the idea that these people were attacked by whatever attacked you. So,
Well, it wasn't just the drones that were flying. Excuse me. There were also at least 3 other kind of mobile, like land mobile. I'm going to use the term troops, but I don't know if that's the correct word. But there were at least 3 of them, three types, but not many. There were only like a dozen or so. So, if that's the case, and I'm not saying this is true, but if that's the case, then if this is the swarm, this is the initial push, and if we could nip this in the bud, maybe I don't know, maybe we could prevent the worst from happening. I mean, shot in the dark, but who knows?
well, potentially. I mean, it could be the tip of the spear, it could be a scouting party, or it could be something more than that, but if it is a segment of the horde, it is at least isolated, so we should destroy it kind of regardless.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather deal with a smaller contingent now, get a feel for it, see what we're up against, as opposed to waiting for their cohort to arrive.
At the very least, and then talking about the Shimerians, we should let them know what's going on anyways. Even if they don't want to help us, they have the right to protect themselves.
I will reiterate my earlier point that if we make contact with the Shimerians again, we should do it under the understanding that this may turn violent, kind of regardless of our intentions.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Would I be able to figure anything out from this using some of my skills, like recognize machine quality, or anything like that?
You mean of the things that they describe, or?
Well, the things that they brought back.
Well, the things we brought back are just like mundane things that ordinary people have used.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
pieces of the.
It is
Yeah,
a
they were
very
going-
good hubcap.
They were going for things that they could get a psychic impression off of. So.
Okay.
Yeah, the problem is really there's not a lot of remnants of whoever they destroyed. They were either vaporized with particle beams or turned into an organic goo with plasma. Laser stuff may have lopped a limb off or something like that, but then subsequent fires destroyed things. So there's not a lot of stuff that's the thing. This small group of 8 to 12 were able to decimate whole villages and towns of thousands.
I mean, hence the moniker the Devouring Swarm, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
That would make sense. They came, they saw, they devoured.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Gottridge, how are we doing on the robot?
How many days were they away?
They were gone for about
I guess
5,
that's
so
a question.
you're half done pretty much at this point. So you could spend the remaining
Halfway,
days.
Senate.
Yeah, you can spend
Well,
the
as soon as
remaining
we-
days fixing it. Go ahead.
As soon as we get that back on its feet, we should head out.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Cool.
you and Portland are okay, and I'll say that looking at Sir Luke.
Yeah. Oh, by the I forgot to ask. When we were heading there, there was a family that was coming in this direction. We told them to come to Fenton. Was there a family that made their way here? I described them. I see the number of the people we saw. Did they make it here?
You
Question, did
you,
they?
yeah, you didn't really see them, but you weren't really looking for them either. Yeah, although over the next few days you check around town, and it seems that they did make it.
Oh, good.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Delightful. Did you? How do I say this tactfully? Did you preface Lord Fromeline's appearance? It can be a little jarring.
It can be, but they needed a safe place, and there's just no time to. Really
That's fair.
work it.
It's just, letting them know, hey, by the way, if you get there and you come across this thing, that's a good sign.
Yeah, I didn't do that, but honestly, given what they experienced, I think Lord Fromeline probably would not be the worst thing they've seen.
All right. With that, we'll call this one to a close as well. This episode to a close, and leave you guys to do some planning off screen here to figure out how you're going to tackle this one. Until next time, I'm Magnum Pi here with Teku, Golgotha, Vahilo, and Dark Templar, and we are Initiative Zero.